he turns to the guys and he says, "Hey, put out into the deep and lower down your nets for a catch." Now the response of these guys is understandable, but they look at him and Peter says something beautiful. He says, "Master, we've been doing this all night, but at your word, we'll go into that deep and lower down those nets." Brothers and sisters, may the Lord give you his peace. Father Malachy here, coming to you from the beautiful Pacific Coast of Nicaragua. Been out here for a few days on retreat, and I mean, it's just gorgeous. It's a place where I love to be able to pray, to be in the presence of the Lord. And as I've been out here, I've been watching each night. There's fishermen. They go out in their boats and you can see the lights all night long. And they're out there fishing hard, and then in the morning you see them driving their boats in to bring the fish that they're gonna sell that day that they've caught. And then in the afternoon, during the day, I've noticed there's these little like bamboo huts that are lined up along the beach, and you just see fishermen passed out, just like, and they're out there just catching up on the night's sleep that they lost out there while they were fishing. And it brought to light something about the gospel that I hadn't really thought about before, which is in the Gospel of Luke chapter 5, Jesus is there preaching, and he's hanging out with everybody, and people are coming because guess what? The miracle worker's in town. And they're pressing upon him, so he's looking for somewhere safe to be, and looks and sees Peter and Andrew with their boat and says, "Hey guys, can I get in?" They say, "Come on." So he hops in the boat, preaches, and after he's done with a sermon that I don't know how long it lasted, but probably for a good while, he's sitting there preaching the gospel to them. At the end of that, he turns to the guys and he says, "Hey, put out into the deep and lower down your nets for a catch." Now the response of these guys is understandable. They're looking at each other like, we've been out here all night. We're dog tired. We're ready to go find ourselves somewhere to lay down and take a sleep, whether it's a bamboo hut or it's inside the house. I need some rest. But they look at him and Peter says something beautiful. He says, "Master, we've been doing this all night, but at your word, we'll go into that deep and lower down those nets." And I was just reading that thinking like, why in the world? He's a carpenter, they're fishermen. Why in the world would you trust what this guy has to say about fishing? Why in the world would you go into the deep with this man? And as I was praying with that, I remembered a experience I had when I was younger, one of those times at the beach with my dad. We were camping with friends, and while we're out there, we're able to do a cool activity with one of the park rangers, and he takes us out and has a big drag net. And the drag net basically is going to get walked out into the ocean, and there's a bunch of sandbars in the area, so you can go pretty far. And of course, they're going to pick the tallest guy to be at the point of this net. And the tallest guy happens to be my dad, who's 6'4". So Dad's grabbing the end of the net. He's going to start walking out to the ocean just to take it as far as he can go. He says, "Come on, son, let's go." And we start walking out, and it's a lot of fun, man. I mean, you can go out like a good 50 yards and you're just up to your waist or your chest if you're like a 10-year-old boy like I was. And we're going, and then we get to one of these points where the sandbar ends and the bottom of the ocean just drops from underneath you. And all of a sudden I panic. I'm like, "Ah!" I grab Dad around the neck. I start strangling him. He's looking at me. He's like, "Ah, I got you, I got you." Of course, Dad can still touch because he's 6'4". I'm like, I don't know, 3 foot nothing at that point. My dad's grabbing my hands, trying to tell me, "Come on, son, I got you." And when I finally realize he's got me, I chill. And then I realize I just need to hold on and let him take me. And as I'm holding on and he's taking me, we get a little bit further, and guess what? There's another sandbar I can touch again. But this happens 2 different times. Same result though, panic, ah! And then all of a sudden again, the realization, my dad's got me. And we're going deeper and we're going deeper. And when we get out there, we drag that net in, and it is full of all kinds of goodness. And I mean, you were talking like flounders, starfish, seahorses. There's even a baby shark in there. Kind of cool, kind of scary. I was in the water with it, right? I guess we're in there all the time when we're swimming in the ocean with them. But all these different fish, and the scientists, park ranger guys showing us all the cool things afterward. And it was just such a joy. And I was remembering that story because, see, the reason that when Jesus tells these guys, "Hey, guess what, Master? If you tell us, we'll put into the deep." The reason why they want to listen to this guy is the same reason why Peter says, "Master, to whom else are we going to go? You've got the words of eternal life." And what is that word of eternal life but the truth that you and I have a loving Father A Father who cares deeply for us and knows the deep hunger in our hearts and won't let us settle for anything less than that fullness we're made for. And so He's calling me, He's calling you, He's calling us into the deep. Those words of Jesus in the gospel are ringing true again today for you and for me, brothers and sisters. He's saying, put out into the deep and let down the nets for a catch. And we all know how that story ends. And it's the same way the story will end for anyone who dares to trust the Father enough to go into the deep. Challenge you this week. Say a little prayer. Jesus, show me the Father. Jesus, show me the love of Abba. And Abba, take me into the deep. Pray that prayer each day in the morning before you start your day and watch where He brings you. Watch the fullness that He has for you. Brothers and sisters, there's more because we're made for that more. And we can't get there alone. And we're not called to go there alone. We're called to go into the deep with Jesus. We're called to go into the deep with our Father who loves us. Remember, brothers and sisters, somos peregrinos. En poco a poco, un día vamos a llegar.